Hello, witches. I am High Priestess Autumn Phoenix here live on Instagram. This broadcast will be uploaded later on onto my YouTube and Facebook account. So if you missed this live broadcast, you can rewatch it here or on YouTube or Facebook. So this has been an interesting month so far. It has. It's been challenging. It's been a upheaval. It's been a surprise. It's been shocking. It's been disgusting. It's been memorable so far. And yes, I'm talking about this election, which we know that Trump did not win fairly. I'm not interested in what your political affiliation is. I'm interested solely in the truth. You can be a Democrat, a Republican, a independent, worship cats and dogs, vote for cats and dogs and mice and roaches. I don't care. I'm not concerned about your political affiliation. I'm concerned about my country here in the United States of America. It's been challenging. Today makes 1 week since this man was supposedly reelected. Key word being supposedly. But as a high priestess, it is my job as a high priestess to reassure you, not reassure you to not have your feelings hurt or to make you feel better, but to tell you the truth. And that truth is we're going to be okay. I know it doesn't seem like it now. I know many of you witches are grieving or angry, upset. Some of you may even feel betrayed by your family members and friends who voted for this monster. But despite all of that, we're going to be okay. If you could see what I could see, if you would just look at what your chosen God and Goddess have shown you, you would be saying the same thing. We're going to be okay. The sun still rose the following Wednesday on the 6th. The sun still rose. When I heard the news, I wasn't too upset about it as I was back in 2016. In 2016, I knew that the world was going to spiral down even more. Let's not forget the pandemic. Let's not forget the pandemic here in New York, which was ground zero for the COVID-19 virus, and how New Yorkers came together to help one another, and we got our numbers down lower than the entire country. We're going to be okay. Don't shake your head. Don't log off of this broadcast. It's the truth. We're going to be okay. When I heard the news that Trump had been reelected, I had this feeling of peace. Not the feeling of peace of, oh well, too bad, I give up, it is what it is. No, I did not have that type of peace. I had this type of peace bestowed upon me by Hikasi, the Queen of Witches, that everything was going to be okay. I did not hang my head low or cry and sob. Some of you did. And guess what? That's okay for you, because that's how many of us process grief. But for me, personally, I did not hold my head down. I did not cry, because I felt like this time around was different than 2016 to 2020. I still feel this time around is different. Because this time around, I feel like Americans are now ready for him because they have previous experience with him. We're going to be okay. It's okay to be angry, upset, devastated, betrayed. It's okay to cry. But life still goes on. The sun will rise tomorrow. The sun will rise tomorrow. I have said to witches time and time again, you have faced dark times before, and you are still here now. Witches have faced dark times before, and witches are still here now. This may sound cliche, but it's true. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. You won't always feel this way. You won't always feel dread, grief, anger, sadness, disappointment, scared, terrified, frightened. You won't always feel that way. How many witches here woke up on the 6th of November and felt this overwhelming feeling of peace? That everything is going to be okay. I felt the peace. The day after the election, I felt at peace because I know there is no way in hell he got all of those wins. Not after the horrific handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. There's no way. Americans are not stupid. I'm here in the United States. I'm an American. Americans are not stupid. Americans are heroes. Americans are brave. Americans are smart. There is no way he got all of that without help from his little friend who is, I believe, inbred. I believe that either his parents are siblings or his parents are cousins, also known as Elon Musk. Doesn't he look inbred? Doesn't Elon Musk look inbred? You know when somebody looks inbred because they look fucking ugly. And you wonder why, how can a woman have sex with that? That man must have money. And let me say this also about Elon Musk. He's not the richest man in the world. The richest man in the world does not have social media because he's too busy becoming rich. The richest man in the world is not Elon Musk because the richest man in the world does not have social media. You don't know who these people are. I know you might be thinking about the Rockefellers or the Rothschild or people of the Freemasons or the fictitious Illuminati. But Elon Musk is not the richest man in the world. He's not. He's not. He's inbred. He is inbred. You can tell that there was some family members having sex with each other to create more family members to keep the bloodline pure. He is inbred. You can tell just by looking at him. There's something wrong with his blood. Okay, let me just say that, and it's all true. Everything I just said is true. You can tell that somebody's inbred just by looking at them because they don't look entirely human. They look fucking ugly. That's not an insult if it's true. It's not an insult if it's true. He's fucking ugly. He's not the richest man in the world. But we're going to be okay. We are going to be okay. You may not feel that way now, but one day you will. You have faced dark times before and you are still here now. Regardless of how Tuesday would have came out, witches would still have remained here. Still would have remained here. And witches will remain here. Witches are powerhouses. Witches have endured horrific times throughout history, and they have remained. Witches have persevered. Witches have braved storms. Witches have always been leaders. Witches have always been the most courageous out of large groups of people. Witches have always brought real, significant, and permanently positive change, and that will not change. We are going to be okay. And I really wanted to come on here live and express this and really, drilling into you that we are going to be okay. I'm not saying that you should say it over and over again. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay, in the hope that it will be true. We don't need hope. Witches don't work with hope. We work with reality. So what witches are to do now is to have a sit down, have a conversation with their god or goddess, and ask them what comes next. Ask your god or goddess, what comes next? What comes next, Hecate? What should I be doing now? What have I left on the back burner? Help me, teach me, reach me, put me in the place that needs my assistance, that needs my help now. Because I'm not worrying about the future, because I know Hecate is already there. We are going to be okay. We are going to be okay. I'm not trying to make you feel better. I'm telling you the truth. I don't have to make anybody feel better about anything. If you have ears to hear, if you are a witch and can receive what I'm saying to you with no argument and no backtalk, you know it's the truth. I don't hold anybody's hand. I don't beat around the bush. I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell it like it is. I tell it like it is. We're going to be okay. We are. We are. Witches have faced dark times before, and we are still here now. We're going to be okay. You don't have to say it over and over again to hope. We don't need hope. Witches know how powerful our words are, but we know how powerful our words are even more when those words actually are true. You and I still exist. The sun will come up tomorrow. The sun came up today, it will rise again tomorrow. We're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. So thank you, witches, for jumping on this live pop-up broadcast. Like I said, this broadcast will soon be uploaded onto Facebook and YouTube in case you can't watch it here. And with that being said, I now release you into your evening. Bye, everyone.